Satu. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 10. We consist of Iqbal Arifin, Jeremy Subiakto, Rafael Devin, and myself, Bramantyo A.S, and Natanael Kevin. Next slide, please. So, yes, this is the slogan. Red Bull gives you wings. So, Red Bull or Red Bull GmbH is an Austrian energy drink company founded by Dietrich Mateschitz in 1987. They first sold their first product on April 1, 1987 in its home market, Australia. Red Bull was not the only was not only the launch of a completely new product, but it was also the birth of a totally new product category. They sold 100% recyclable cans markets to 165 countries. In 2014, they employed 8,966 employees. In 2016, 60 billion cans are sold, and that is only in 27 years of the company history. Next slide, it will be explained by my friend Iqbal of the history of the Red Bull.
All right, so during the entry in the 1980s, the soda industry, such as like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and all that, they were already big. They were huge companies in the industry, and so that Red Bull recognizes this. They know that the soda industry and competition was saturated. So and then they so what they did was that they entered the market by differentiating themselves from soft drink companies, being identifying themselves as as a product of energy drinks, which at the time they were the first ones to recognize themselves as someone that provides energy drink. And so in the 90s, Red Bull started to make some of them to make a name of themselves by viral guerrilla marketing, which is just unorthodox marketing. They did since they weren't a big brand back then, they did small marketings, such as like distributing free samples at college parties. They would target like men in the age of 18 to 35, so like middle-aged men. And they also use other crazy marketing techniques, such as one which was they would place empty Red Bull cans in trash bins around everywhere, and then so that when people would see it, they would be curious enough to find out what it is. So, and then in the 2000s, this is when they would actually build their brand recognition and develop their brands up until now. Next slide, please. So the first question in this Red Bull case was, what are Red Bull's greatest strengths as more companies like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Monster enter the energy drink category and gain market share? So, and what are the risks of competing against such powerhouses? So the greatest strengths of Red Bull, some of them would be they would have a really strong marketing to young people. Young people are everywhere in the media, in the traditional marketing, in the they're the most common out there. And then they also have a strong brand name. Their marketing strategies are so broad and wide. They can develop their brand name so big, and then they deal with distributors very well, such as stores, maybe clubs or restaurants or shops, cafes, and all that. And lastly, they would do the unconventional marketing, such as maybe promoting big athletes or teams, and they would do like guerrilla viral marketing techniques.
So right now I'm gonna explain about the market share of energy drinks. As we can see right here, there is NOS with 3%, AMP with 3%, and the Rockstar with 10%. As we can see, Monster has the market share of 39% of energy drinks, and the first place came with Red Bull with 43%. As we can see, Red Bull has the biggest market share of energy drinks in the world. Maybe next slide. So what is the risk in competing? The first one is the possibility of other brands trying to copy. The second one is competitors pricing their product lower. They are trying to increase their market share. The third one is the other brands have different products, whereas Red Bull has a very limited product range. Next slide, please. So the second question is discuss the pros and cons of Red Bull's non-traditional marketing tactics. Should the company do more traditional advertising? Why or why not? Maybe next slide. So the pros, the positive side is the active social presence of Red Bull in the industry of many sports and many entertainment industries. The second one is strong brand image as a unique and original kind of sports things. And the third one is it helps stand out of the crowd, and it's powerful advertisement equals to popular among consumers. Then some celebrity endorsement equal to position as a pretty premium brand. So sports event and sponsorships acts as the secondary revenue generators, like the jargon Red Bull gives you wings. Next slide, please. So what is the negative side or the totality side? The first one is the premium product will may be equal to higher price than competitors. The second one is the company has the limited portfolio, and the third one is the high cost, and the last one is Red Bull requires extensive planning.
Okay, so Red Bull these days are really very known for their traditional marketing strategy, we might say, because things like extreme sports sponsor, like in the surfing industry, rock concerts, in sailing, bike riding, and of course the most prominent one, the F1 racing, and like celebrity endorsement in sports athletes and entertainment celebrities. They do this to influence consumer purchase. So this advertisement is also designed around the concept of Red Bull's give you wing, that they do all of this for the objective that is that they want to be seen as a brand that something unique, original, and rebellious. To approach their market target, which is the younger generation and the generation Y more specifically. Okay, next. So the question now is, should Red Bull do more traditional marketing? Well, from the beginning, the company Red Bull was already focusing on non-traditional advertising. It focused on young generation, colleges, club, etc. They attracted its audience through animated spots and taglines. They selected non-traditional advertising because they focus on the new generation, as I said earlier. We think that Red Bull should not do more traditional advertising because they already have they already have a solid audience that really loyal to their brand. So sticking to newer forms of advertising like online and social media works better for Red Bull. Their target demographic is young adults, mostly college-age people who are more likely to be heavier user of technology and thus more likely to see these ads. Red Bull has already built a catchphrase of Red Bull gives you wing, which resonates in the minds of consumer. In addition, they also employ other non-traditional methods of advertising, such as giving free drinks away sometimes when students rent online books from Czech and other websites. This allows potential consumer of their target demographic to try their drink out and see if they like it with no additional cost. It really is a smart way to entice potential customer who will otherwise never try the drink. Next slide.
Okay, so now I'm going to discuss about the final question in the case study, which is discuss the effectiveness of Red Bull sponsorships. Where should the company draw in the line in terms of novelty and risk? So I'm going to talk about the effectiveness first. So the effectiveness of Red Bull's marketing is seen in the more exposure in the unconventional ways of marketing in Red Bull, they increase their brand name by having more exposure because their the content is unconventional and it's different from other brands. And then the second one is make the brand known as a global scale. By viral marketing, by sponsoring, like my friend has said, F1, MotoGP team, and other extreme sports, they have make the name for themselves as a brand that is known on a global scale. So when everyone is thinking about extreme sports, skateboarding, bicycling, or etc., they will also think about Red Bull as their sponsors. The third one is increases word of mouth spread. Spread of word from mouth to mouth in around the globe is increased by their effectiveness of their sponsorships. So when more people talk about Red Bull as sponsors, it will also increase their marketing. And the last one is more focused on the market segment. Like my friends have said, Red Bull focused on clubs, college students, and other Gen Z or Y market. Next slide, please. So the final question is, where should the company draw the line in terms of novelty and risk? In talking about risk, they have to focus on individual marketing, sponsorship, and organizing events. And has to be maintained by Red Bull as it is very effective on their marketing side. Second one is to attract attention of consumer and establish a brand image, like they have done so far, and they have uh, they have to maintain to minimize the risk there. The third one is the cost of doing these promotions are very high. That is also the risk of Red Bull because when sponsoring a MotoGP team, an F1 team, and other sporting event on a global scale, it very much costs a lot. And then they should be careful on the cost side of the promotion. And the last one is risky as Red Bull's product is not differentiated and may not be able to compete with its competitors in the market. So uh, another risk is to their product is becoming mainstream and their competitors are getting tighter and getting very saturated in the market. So Red Bull have to pay more attention to the aspect. And I think that's all for our presentation. Thank you. And once again, we are very sorry for the inconvenience. Hope you guys have a nice day. And if you guys have any questions, please kindly ask and type in the WhatsApp group. Thank you for your attention. Good afternoon.